this is definitely not what you expect. Hey guys, this is my review for The Haunting of Hill House, the new Netflix series entirely directed by Mike Flanagan. Now, some of you guys may recognize his work. He did Hush, he did Gerald's Game, he did Ouija, The Origin of Evil, which is still pretty good considering that was a prequel to an incredibly shitty movie. And then he also did Oculus, which is a movie that has definitely divided people over the years. I personally actually really liked that movie, but I'll admit I understood that movie had a timeline fuckery. The timeline is all over the place, but it's because Flanagan edits it so well that he does such a good job, and he's known to do that. He usually directs and edits his own movies. This is possibly one of the best things he's ever made. Bar none, the storytelling, the character development, and the horror aspects are so simple yet so complex and so interweaving and so intriguing. The entire show I tried to watch after working an incredibly weird ass graveyard shift, and I got all the way to the last episode before I finally had to fall asleep and go to work. But then I watched this entire series in the span of 36 hours. It is a fantastic series. I've never binged a show this hard when it's this much content. It's 10 episodes, but it is so engaging. The show is based on a family and their relationships, horrors, past grievances, and the mystery and horror that they all share with the last night that they stayed at the Hill House. They lived there for a short time while their parents were trying to flip the house, but over time, spirits began to harass the children. Their mother basically lost her mind, and it all ended with them getting into a car of their father's and leaving. And Flanagan is, again, a very good storyteller because he holds off what happens for this all the way to the end. But at the same time, he's giving you hints and giving you subtle little notes here and there of what happened. But they're so subtle that you don't realize it until it is revealed. I'll probably say the only episode that might be a little bit of a hindrance is the first episode, because there's a lot that's thrown in. There's a lot of issues kind of trying to resemble who is the future self and who is the child version and which one matches to which, because there's a lot of information being given to you. But then each episode is dedicated to each member of the family. As they converge, as the narrative progresses, we see them, what happened to them, the ailments and the horrors that they've gone through themselves. And the thing that he resembles it back to is grief. The entirety of this horror series is about grief and family. And again, I really like how Flanagan can take simple things and turn them into something intriguing and something entirely captivating. What's really cool too is that the horror is, again, very simple, and it's not full of jump scares. It's filled with tension. There's a lot of terror that comes into the show. Yes, there are some jump scares here and there, but admittedly, the show still has a good bunch of whoa moments. There's a lot of parts that got me. I was laying down kind of to watch it at some point, but I would sit up and be like, whoa. The acting in this is fantastic. Everyone kills it. Carla Gugino kills it. All the kids kill it, especially the girl who plays Nell. This is one of her first ever productions, a major television/movie production, and she knocks it out of the frickin' park. She has one of my favorite episodes. The only other character that I like just as much as her is Luke, and Luke has a fantastic narrative. You care about his character so much despite how much you don't like him at first. But again, the narratives interweaves throughout every episode. Every character has an interweavance with the next character, and so on and so forth. This is a story before it's actually a horror story. Whereas The Terror, which was released by AMC earlier this year, that was a real bona fide horror TV show. Not to say that this isn't, there are elements of horror, but it is more focused on this grief aspect. And what probably hits even more is this feels so real. This feels so intimate that you get sucked right the frick into this. So, I'm amazed. This is the third television show that's getting this. I'm going to give The Haunting of Hill House a 7 out of 7. This was great. I honestly was so surprised. I'm just amazed at how well Flanagan was able to take this novel from 1957, re-update it, and just give a fantastic story to watch and to tell. So yeah, you guys should definitely check this out. It's a binger, for sure. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I certainly enjoyed watching this show. Definitely check it out. Otherwise, if you liked the video, leave a like, and if you're interested in more, maybe subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.